Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oregon Trail 2 here on the Lord Master channel. Well, let me tell you people something. I got a lot on my mind, or maybe not a lot as much as I used to, but one thing is for certain, we're going to have ourselves a very good time here on the Oregon Trail. While actuality, I'm planning on starting a pretty long trail. I don't know about the length of the video, or what the final time might be, but it'll be a long trail nonetheless. What I mean is, let me bring up the map. I will be starting in Nauvoo and go all the way to Sacramento. That's right. Long ass trail. Well, I don't know, because this is kind of disputed for me in the sense of, we understand that Nauvoo, Illinois is the furthest starting point, or jumping off points in the trail. And yet, I never really paid attention to the amount of miles traveled when you get to the very end. That requires a lot of free time of not recording and further study of, okay, what's the furthest trail ever? Even if you were to take, I don't know, the main trail without taking shortcuts. That's a good study that I should do the next time when I play Oregon Trail. And that is, start from Nauvoo, follow the main trail, as in, like, don't take no shortcuts. And then when you get up to, like, Fort Home, then you will start taking the California Trail. And don't take no shortcuts either, unless you want to go to Jacksonville area, where that'll be your destination. Either that, or is it Oregon City, even if you take the Ball Tow Road, or all the way to Sacramento, just by taking the Truckee route, which is the most traveled part of the California Trail. Of which one has the most miles traveled? That is a pretty interesting question to me. But I'm going to start in 1856, just right in the middle of the 50s, the 1850s. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with this new trail, and let me introduce to you to some folks of mine, and as well as many things that I have to say over on this crazy game. You're a merchant who has come to Nauvoo in 1856 for the purpose of setting off on a journey west to Sacramento. You already bought a Conestoga wagon, but you still need to buy the supplies you need for your journey. As you wander the streets of Nauvoo, you'll see various stores that should be able to provide you with supplies, provided you have enough cash. You'll see people who may be able to give you some good advice. That we shall see.
The merchants here in town offer basic packages of supplies based on the size of one's party and estimated length of journey. Of course, you can shop around on your own or add to the basic set. So, which package would you like?
Well, 6 months, because this is going to be a long trail, in which we don't hope to run any complications. Artemis Abernathy, wanted for mail theft, $500. The Dow's attacked by Yakima and Klickitat Indians. I'm not sure that other tribe's name, but I'm not going to try to embarrass myself to try to pronounce it as such, as I will be buying the usual stuff that I would need for the journeys as you go to Smith & Sons, which sounds like a law firm, if there was one. Now, let's see. I'm trying to think of something in my mind, as I often do from the recent experiences. What's up with the 5? There's 6 of us. Come on. Can a person do all the work? And the other person would be like, somebody's going to have to run the wagon here. Because, you know, I hate to be the person to be the bearer of bad news, but, hey, if something happens to you, well, let's just try to, well, work things out here. 0, dummy. Oh. Especially since we're going to Sacramento, you better bring water. It'll be like no, I'll discuss that in a moment, because I was about to say something about desert, and it reminds me of some other place that has a desert. But I'll bring that up a little soon. But hey, there's enough for blankets for all of us. And don't forget about the decks of playing cards. Because we're going to fool those people when they trade with us. We're going to use these deck of playing cards like it's alternate currency, replacing the American dollar. Ain't you a scammer? And of course a tent for myself. Did you say myself? Me-self? Clearly you are. I don't know. I just had something funny going on in mind, which I'll bring it up in a couple of minutes once I get done buying around. There is one piece of food. Vinegar. That's needed around here. In case somebody gets bad cold, in case the things don't work. Aha! Bingo, medicine. And of course, you gotta buy 2 of everything, even if it's not medicine, like brandy, whiskey, and turpentine. In fact, why is turpentine medicine? Because based on what I read, turpentine's kind of used as paint removal or something like that. And we're not sure about Duffy's elixir because some would think that's, a load of bull regarding medicine. Because it came from this one guy by the name of Duffy, who went to India, then British India, 1856. And the company was still running things at that time. Trust me, I know my history. But anyways. Yeah, he went to India and he's like, I got this excellent medicine and you found it on that. And he was nuts about it, like as if he was high on something. Of course, you won't meet that guy here on Oregon Trail 2. That's in a different Oregon Trail game. I believe it's 3rd edition, which I thought about doing a video sometime, but the game file that I got that I downloaded off the internet is kind of... There's 2 drugstores. Never mind. Where the problem with that is, it's like on the first disc, everything runs fine. The first 2, you can play the trail, you can do all these other activities, and but the main issue with that is, like the conversations, the people you talk to on 2nd and 3rd disc of the 3rd edition Oregon Trail won't work for me. Only the first one ran just as fine. And that was the only thing that was missing on this 3rd disc I didn't like it. So, as I stated before, I would love to do a video on that game, knowing that I'm such a trail aficionado. A dozen oxen will do, along with some chickens and some... Hey, remember you bought too many milk cows one time and they couldn't produce milk. Remember that trail you did long time ago, Lord Master? A trail called Useless Cows? Yeah. So, that's just my rationale, that I think you had too many milk cows, and if you got too many to go around, too many moving around, then it ain't gonna produce milk for you, because you got too many of them. So it's better to bring just one. The chickens can lay many eggs, so you can use it for different purposes, other than, crack it open and eat. And then once you're all filled up and all that, then you are ready to go. Yes. It's snowing here. 35 is the high and the low is 11. So this is Sacramento, so I doubt many of these people will make it, but I'll see what I can do. Oh, and one more thing before we set off. Here are the party members. I am Earl Drummond, which is my real name. And of course, everybody knows Helen, my Red Dead Redemption 2 online character, as you see many of my videos here on the YouTube channel. And there's Theodora, who is both a friend and an enemy to Helen, also from Red Dead Online. But in actuality, that's the name of one of my friends on Xbox Live. She is from Australia. So I could say, G'day Theodora, if you are watching this video, if you are watching this, that you are from Australia. So So, g'day, Sheila. Because I can't say mate, because that's not proper. The only, I wonder if I know she's from one of those states of Australia. I forget which. She'll have to correct me on this, but I do know this. I don't know is that what you call Australian women? You call them Sheilas, whether it's from the bush or the city, Sheila? Again, my exposure to Australian media is rather limited, as I have my own interests. Now, anyways, and this guy here is Silarakite. He is a Tokhari in one of the cultures. This is a Crusader Kings reference, obviously, as you see many of my videos of that there will be an upcoming series where this is the guy I'm going to be playing as first. A guy named Silarakite. That's how you say his name, I believe. Again, it's a totally foreign name. And now we got this guy whose nickname is Two Sheds, which is unexplained why his nickname is Two Sheds, other than, who knows, maybe he owns two sheds, or that's what he was known for before he went to go join the wagon party and we go west of it. And last but not least, a fella by the name of Knucklehead. But originally I was going to call him Knucklehead Jones, but obviously they wouldn't fit, so we just settled with Knucklehead. But at times I'm going to call him Knucklehead Jones. So, let's go. Normally this is a very wide river, and the safest way to do it is to go, not to cross the ice, but to take a ferry, because that almost never sinks here. But these temperatures, I fear it's going to break. So, place your bets, everyone. Real quick, who's going to drown should the ice break? Let's go. Nobody! And I've been elected captain. And you can see this man here is like, hey, Captain, here is your wagon. And I'm like, that would be my Conestoga wagon. Yes. And it's raining out already. Snow should start melting soon. And it's muddy. There. It's all melted. Yes, sirree.
What are we waiting for? Let's cross. Conditions aren't likely to improve anytime soon. We should go ahead and cross the river.
What are you talking about? Oh, it may be rather difficult. I think we should take a ferry on this one. And yet they say it's difficult. Oh, God. Remember we mentioned place your bets? It says, okay, nobody drowned. Okay, so who's it going to be? Is it going to be Helen? She's drowned before. Theodora? I'm not sure. Silarakite, which we barely knew. Or is it Two Sheds? Or is it Knucklehead? Or is it gonna be nobody?
A wagon accident. Well, I figure we're seeing the elephant for sure now.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be seeing an elephant after this one. Holy crud, we caught some fish. Are you sure nobody drowned? Because we just tipped over. I mean, again, the entire goddamn river ferry capsized, as you saw. And then it's like, oh good, and then we just went underwater. Then it's like, quick, catch some fish while we're at it. And we caught 8 pounds of salted fish. Yeah, don't forget the salted. No, nobody drowned. We just all went in the water and we caught some fish.
It's raining and thundering something terrible. I don't think we should do any more traveling today.
Keep going. May have to pick up a pace because of this goddamn muddy trail. Still raining, so yep, we're picking up that trail like pace. Past through Locust Creek. Still raining.
This may be our last chance for a while to buy or trade for supplies.
I'm just here to browse the merchandise so that way I can figure out, okay, what did we lose? I know you lost plenty of crap, but... Oh, you lost 1 box of match. We only lost 1 sack of salt. That was to be expected. got back cold.
I think we ought to stop for a couple of days. When people are all tuckered out, they tend to get sick, like this.
Remember that vinegar we bought? Let's try that. Yeah!
We should stop and rest. Rest is important for recovery from a snake bite.
Salarikite, bitten by rattlesnakes. A rattlesnake in the middle of Missouri? That's a little bullshit. But what can you do, huh? I'll tell you what we could do. We could do a tourniquet suction method. I hope he gets better. Theodore's got cholera. Oh, God. Everything's going to hell this early in the trail.
Cholera? What are we gonna do? That stuff spreads like wildfire. We can't stay here. It's in the water.
Best way to implement that is Epsom salts, I believe. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to stop and rest.
The animals are getting scared by the lightning and thunder. Perhaps it would be best for us to stop until this storm blows over.
Man. Oh, God. Strangers in the middle of a thunderstorm? That's not a good sign.
I wouldn't mind hearing what they have to say. Could provide useful information about the trail ahead.
What if it's those people who are the ones that are responsible for all of this? I ain't gonna meet them.
Howdy, partner. Good to see ya.
They came after us?
All along the trail, we find wagon irons and keg hoops cast off. Piles of bones marking the remains of someone's prized animal.
Yeah.
Like our poor stock, I'm plumb wore out. Afraid I ain't one to give advice. You might take it, and then you'd be in hot water for sure.
I tell you what. Can you do something to make all this go away? I'm missing a boxer match, so I'll give you crackers for that. Thank you. 'Cause I'm a superstitious person. Of course, because it's been raining a lot around here.
It's awful risky trying to travel a flooded road. If I were you, I'd stay put for now.
Another map. Nope, nothing. After a day's search, nothing. Okay, let's ford it then. And we got it stuck.
I suggest you borrow some animals from someone and then double team your wagon. That should enable you to pull out of the mud.
Okay, we double teamed it out of here. Fair. Man. What's next? Someone's gonna get shot? Speaking of someone getting shot, do we still have that rifle, shotgun, Chief? Yes, sir.
You know, a lot of you greenhorns heading across the country don't know much about surviving in the mountains.
Tell me more.
It gets awful cold even in summer. Many a traveler crossing the mountains too late in the year has gotten snowbound and died.
Says who?
You get yourself across the mountains before winter comes or you'll be too dead to be sorry.
Oh, I'm just gonna hunt for a little bit. So I could demonstrate how this hunting mechanic works for those who are new to this, who's never seen an Oregon Trail video for the first time. Well, so what? So you just point and shoot. Headshot. Shit. Needs one more. Bingo. See? All you need is two. No one got shot, thank God. Say it's a little tricky, I'll spend another $5 for it. I'm a merchant. I got plenty of money. Still muddy. Still muddy. Oh God, it's raining still, and that means slow ass trail.
This is a good opportunity for trading.
Yes, sirree.
Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy. Howdy.
You want to trade? I have cornmeal and other types of food.
Tell me more.
My name is Naomi. I'm of the Mascoutin clan of the Potawatomi.
Yeah, rice.
I've seen many of your people moving westward on this road. About 50 miles from here is a large town, bigger than this one. If we don't have what you need here, maybe you can find it there.
Perhaps I could spend my money over there to get what we lost. But I do need some fresh fruit. We did lose a chicken. Duck playing cards. Gotcha. Will you stop laughing like Polly Walnuts? This isn't the Sopranos trail yet, which I may consider doing that one day. Name the entire DeMille crime family out on the trail or something like that. It's just an idea I kind of thought of, but doubt I would implement that because of a myriad of reasons. One of which is, well, you know. So we spent a month out there, and here we are on the 3rd of May. And May is another good month to set off on the trail from, so we have not truly gone west yet. Let me see the bugle. Mississippi River spanned by new railroad bridge. What? We went through the ice with no problem, and you could take a ferry, but now you tell me of a railroad bridge on the Mississippi? Those liars. Those suckers. I'm convinced. But anyways, let's just try to make up what we lost. Also, hey there, Santa Claus. I hope you're not... Oh, this thing I saw yesterday where it says, well, you'll get away from me, I ain't claustrophobic. And he's like, oh, you mean you're not scared of Santa Claus? Is that what you mean by claustrophobic? Ho, 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 ho. As in he raises his arms, you know, like a big scary monster. F.J. Foot. Wanted for horse theft. Remember that name, alright? Remember that name. Be back in a minute. Okay, back in town. Oh, by the way, what's your name? Dr. Dagobert Aches or Leaks?
I've been told you're looking for a doctor.
Hell yeah, we aren't. I was about to say we are, but we aren't. Everybody's feeling good. Okay, everybody got better all of a sudden. So no, we're not looking for a doctor. At least not yet. Oh my god, this man. Anyways, what are we missing? What did we miss? Oh yeah, we lost the pan. We need another. Everything seems to be in order. We've been using up some salt lately. What about the winter clothes? Well, we lost 2 of them. The blankets. Check the blankets. We lost 1 too. You gotta make damn sure to keep yourself warm. Oh, and get some more decks of playing cards. You might as well stack up on playing cards. So that way we can use it as a, you know, the trade. And it's like, okay, I want some of this. And it's like, okay, here's a bunch of playing cards. So that way we can fool them. The guns! Did you lose any guns? No, you didn't. But you get 1 second shot. You got it. So, we should be good now. You got the chickens. Remember the dozen chickens? You got the dozen chickens. What are you talking about? I just want to leave, alright? I'm not in the mood for this. Yankee Doodle Beat.
What are we waiting for?
I suggest we take the ferry. That's the safest way.
It's a little tricky, they saying it's raining, but it's 17 feet deep. But, you know, when we tipped over at that ferry, it was 13 feet deep. So what difference does it make? So, let's take that ferry. We're crossing. We're crossing. We are crossing it. And here is Florence. That's the name of the town. Quincy Thrill, cattle rustling. That's what he's on it for. 1 second.
see you're going west by wagon. I sure hope you got extra sets of clothing.
Of course, this is per tradition of a Lord Master Oregon Trail video.
See you're going west by wagon. I sure hope you got extra sets of clothing. You'll need extra clothes. Trails hard on them and it gets cold. And you can trade them to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish, or meat. It's well worth hiring an Indian guide whenever you can at a river crossing. But expect to pay them. They're sharp traders, not easily cheated.
Howdy.
Ah, yes, I gotta go to the blacksmith. I don't know why I just stuttered. Because I need more pickaxes. And we need some chain. But you got no pounds of nails. What the? Typically, you would have pounds of nails in here. Unless you have some. In fact, I want to talk to you.
Howdy do, neighbor. Are you in need of my services? You won't find a blacksmith much better than me.
Tell me more.
When I'm finished with my current batch of repairs, I'll be pleased to help you. I can make or repair wheel rims, shoe your animals, what have you. And I charge reasonable rates.
Yeah, but my ox don't wear shoes. Unless you're gonna be shoeing them. As in like, shoo, go away. Get out of my blacksmith shop.
Your animals and your wagon are the only things that'll assure your success on this journey. Worn out or sore-footed animals can get you in a heap of trouble. Take good care of them, and they'll take good care of you.
Yeah, you got any nails? There you go, pounds of nails. Now, what do I owe you in this service? That's pretty intriguing. They better have brandy in this town, or otherwise there's going to be trouble. They got whiskey, but no brandy. Is there a medicine shop somewhere? That's a barber shop, except the guy's name is Mr. Divine. He uses divine intervention to cut the man or woman's hair. Or if it requested, shave the man's head off. The hair off, not the whole head. Good God, don't take it literally. Also, Dr. Estes G. Probe. Yeah!
Howdy, I'm Duncan Gepps, one of the few physicians you're liable to find twixt here and the Great Salt Lake.
Howdy.
If you people are in need of a doctor, I'll be glad to help.
Oh no, we're all recovered from all the ailments we had in the past. You got any advice?
Whatever you do, don't take that road they call a Hastings Cutoff. Ain't been nothing but death and misery for everyone who's traveled it.
I'll be sure to remember that. Except if we could get through this goddamn rain first. Too risky to call a wagon because, you know, when it's raining out, that means there must be wind supporting it. Because every storm, there's always wind. So I'd rather take ferry. Ferry. That is the answer. Double ding! I was thinking something else might happen after that.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy. Howdy.
Do you want to trade? I am Pawnee. My name is Tall Rain Cloud. I have dried meat and 2 horses.
'Cause it always rains around here. Tell me more.
What more is there to tell? Now is a good time for trading.
Advice.
Beware of our enemies, the Sioux. They are not your friends as we are. But if you don't want to trade, perhaps you're not our friends either.
You got any more fresh fruit? Which there is, thank the gods. Where's the deck of playing cards? Ha! Here it is. Figure out what you can do with them. You knucklehead.
Our nation, we can't let a few coughs and sniffles slow us down.
Apparently the vinegar was effective. That cured pollen back there. A little tricky. I don't trust rivers anymore. Ferry it. God dang it, we just can't get away from rain. The muddy trail won't go away. Take some more vinegar. It's the way I just expressed in that tone. Wait a minute, who's that?
We've seen many people like you pass this way in your wagons. Some of the others are afraid of you, but I'm not.
Tell me more.
We're Lakota. This field has wild onions and turnips, and the women and children come here every year at this time to gather them for our families.
Bear in mind, she mentions she's Lakota. You know what's the alternate name of that tribe? The Sioux. Something that the Pawnee warned us about. So, you got any advice?
I met a small group of white trappers once. One of them was sick with what they called the scurvy, but fresh vegetables cured him.
Scurvy? You mean one of the travelers was a pirate? Arrgh. You know, those kind of guys. Oh, speaking of pirates, I'll have to mention something in a minute here. But I do demand more fruit. What do you mean demand? You can't just take it, you have to trade it, you dummy. Playing cards. What's the matter with you and your playing cards? Is that what you're gonna be? The kind of merchant you are? That you give away or you sell decks of playing cards to other people? What are you, nuts? Okay, let's hunt for a while. Oh, bingo. One buffalo will definitely fill up that wagon. See, just enough. We don't need that rabbit. Now let's rest here for about 4 days. You've earned it. And plus, hey, it's no longer a muddy trail. That's good. Stay with me, knucklehead, because I'm gonna need you. Oh god, Theodore's bitten by a rattlesnake.
I know what to do for a snake bite. Apply a tourniquet, lacerate the wound, and suck out the venom. And keep the patient still and calm.
Yeah, you better keep it still and calm. Oh, Two Sheds got it too.
If you go messing around where there's a lot of snakes, you're liable to get bit. Serves 'em right. My cousin, Dr. Brogan Kavanaugh, sells snakebite medicine. I wonder if I got any.
Oh, knucklehead. And when he's got bad cold too. My god, a combination of those two will kill him. Knucklehead's been taking a turn for the worse. Actually, he doesn't have bad cold anymore. It's the snake bite that replaced it now. Come on, get that shit out! And a person's near death. Quick, we gotta find that snake and kill it. Get a shotgun. Hey, look. Pretend this is a rattlesnake. There, problem solved. Now, please, for the love of God, rest here for 3 days. It's raining again.
Can't say I'm pleased about my current circumstances. Our wagon axle's broke, and the animals are worn thin.
Maybe the rattlesnake did it.
The weather and rough road asked their price. One jolt and the sad wood broke. I've been soaking the wood at each stream we come to, but I reckon it weren't enough.
Thought the rain would did a job.
When you get to one of those big hills, be sure to check the conditions carefully. They can be mighty dangerous. And don't let the downhills fool you. They may look easy, but they're even trickier than the uphills.
I don't even know what's man. I'm just lost for words. Goddamn dust storm.
I don't see how we can keep going.
Yes, we can. We must continue as usual. We must press on. Knucklehead died. Arthur Two Sheds. Did I say Arthur Two Sheds? That would be Arthur Two Sheds Jackson, but that ain't him. But, rest in peace, Knucklehead. You had a good run.
Why
what a grievous thing it is to lose a companion on this journey.
Wait, he wasn't the brightest, but he should be given proper. He really took it. It's still dusty out. Come on, move it. It's because we're in deep sand and it's rainy. It's raining even more.
Are you scared of a little storm? What's the matter with you?
Here, finally reached Deep Ravine. It should be noted, between Mormon Island and Deep Ravine, it's rattlesnake country. So you're more liable to get bitten by a rattlesnake around here. And man, it's been 2 months since we left Nauvoo, and we're nowhere near the destination. Because, god dang what? We just can't get out of this region. Ooh.
With good care, the injured animal may become useful once again.
Then we must slow down, because if you do continue as usual while you have that ox injured like that, then, god damn it. Keep going. You know, someone's gonna get struck by lightning if we keep getting those severe thunderstorm events. Oh, for the love of God.
If you don't have a spare wheel, maybe you can trade with somebody for one.
Oh, I got a spare wheel, but I ain't gonna fix it. Oh, well, you did fix it. Typhoid.
Some folks think that typhoid is spread by contaminated food and water. Maybe we ought to clear out. The water here may be bad.
Yes, the water is bad. The food is bad. Rattlesnakes are kicking ass. I just have no clue. Give me another advice.
No, typhoid fever can lead to pneumonia. We've got to take good care of each other.
Use the ever so useful guidebook. Typhoid fever. Typhoid. Yeah, I just turned many pages and here we are. It is spread by contaminated food or water. Its early symptoms are headache, body aches, fever, and weakness, followed by red skin rash, insomnia, nosebleeds, coughing, and digestive disruption, either diarrhea or constipation. It can lead to organ failure and death. Proper treatment consists of rest and attempts to control fever. Typhoid tends to be a prolonged disease, taking anywhere from 18 to 28 days to run its course. Holy crud. I don't know about your two shits, but I think your days are numbered, so we'll try to control the fever for you. Hey, help! We got a guy with typhoid fever.
Ha! More dad-blamed fools out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, then what are you doing here, you ass?
Watch your tongue, friend. Sometimes it don't pay to talk smart to the wrong party.
Well, do you have any advice? Because otherwise I'm just going to take another step at you.
Watch your step. Not everyone's as forgiving as me. Why don't you folks just move along now?
Yeah, we'll move along. Otherwise, you're going to have to meet my friend here, who's got the typhoid. You do not want to get it. Piece of advice for you. Trust me when I tell you, you do not want to get typhoid. For the love of God. No thief. Good. Because a guy like that would have led to a wagon theft event. Body aches, coughing, diarrhea. Okay, he's got diarrhea, not the constipation. Fever, headaches, and insomnia. That's definitely typhoid. Can't deny it. Come on. Thick dust from other wagons. I just only need those two. Something to take my frustration out on. Oh my God, Helen died of cholera.
Death is part of life. We must shore ourselves up and keep moving on.
Helen is usually the survivor, but some would think that's not fair. Theodore outlived Helen. Then again, those two women love to beat the crap out of each other, as it was demonstrated on video. Come on, get out, out, out. We're gonna get stuck in the deep sand, you know. No, we're not anymore. We're out of the deep sand country. Are you better yet? It's not been 18 days, so he'll be better by the time when 4th of July comes around. Not again!
I wouldn't go near it if I were you. An abandoned wagon is bad luck.
Maybe he got struck by lightning one time. But we found one hope chest. There better be some hope in here, because this is what I'm gonna need now. All we need is some hope. And we hope that hope is not forgotten. Yeah, you get the reference I was trying to say. Still an insomniac. Oh, not again.
There must be another way.
Nope, sorry ma'am. There is no other way.
Don't look too deep to me. I say we just keep going forward.
Guess we must. Oh my god, it's raining and muddy again. I can't take it anymore. Help me.
I am Inuna Ina, whom you call the Arapaho. My name is Green Eyes. Our chief is Talks to the Coyote. He doesn't know your language, so he will speak through me. My father was a white man. Talks to the Coyote says that you are crossing the land of the Inuna Ina. You should offer gifts for this privilege. Act as though you want to trade, but ask for nothing in return. I suggest you offer gifts. Talks to the Coyote is a powerful man. He can be a strong friend or a strong enemy. Friendship with the Arapaho can be a great advantage to you on the next leg of your journey.
Yeah, I'll offer you in just a minute. Okay, so we're back here. So each time I record almost 10 minutes each video file. This is just a little behind the scenes stuff, as I often use Bandicam for Oregon Trail recordings to this day. Well, here's one problem. Each time I save the game after recording a clip, before I put them together as one video, and then after I come back, as you can see, it's still raining, but it's just pictures different, obviously. And when I check see who's around, that woman I was talking to who was an Arapaho, she's gone. And I didn't offer that guy something, so that can't be good. And 2 sheds is better, allegedly. God damn storms. Someone's gonna get struck by lightning one of these days. It will happen. I don't think it'll happen to the party member, but it'll definitely happen to one of my ox. And I can't seem to recall if I ever recorded. I mean, I've done so many Oregon Trail videos that I failed to keep count, where I had a moment where I had once or twice had one of my draft animals get struck by lightning, and then we had to butcher it automatically. That's how it works. Now I could finally talk about other things I wanted to talk about, but first we must cross this deadly river.
Howdy, people. My fare is ready to go. You want I should take you across the river?
How much it costs?
Costs $5 for each wagon.
Advice?
Once you get across the river, you go by the fort and stock up on supplies. Maybe do some wagon repairs. Won't hurt to rest up a few days, neither.
We shall see. But I rather call wagon float, because it's fairly ordinary. Two sheds, you're feeling fair. Let's visit the fort a bit.
They tell me someone in this wagon train is looking for a doctor. Is that true?
Perhaps. The guy's feeling fair. And is there a way that you and your things that can make the guy feel okay or good?
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't been in regular practice for a number of years. But I'll be right pleased to do what I can.
Nice.
Next time you get to a town with a decent pharmacist, you might want to stock up on some basic medicines. Of course, you might have a pretty good supply already.
That last part of that sentence says you might have a pretty good supply. Well, what happens if I were to do a show where I didn't bring any medicine at all, and then he'll be like, I think you got a pretty good supply already. I think you can handle it, can you? Imagine that. Nails! No, no nails. Just anvil and a plow. You know what? Give me a few plows, because we've been traveling so dang slow, and then what happens when we get up to those snowy mountains up there, and then we get stuck? He's like, oh, we'll use the plows to take that snow out. Or whack somebody with it. We never know. You still got your everything, that's good. You don't sell playing cards around here. We shall see about that. Now, it's time. Here we are, Register Cliff. What? I don't know why I just stammered a little. The place where hunters go to die. As per tradition here on the Lord Master Oregon Trail videos, I often hunt at Register Cliff because this is where I often get shot, or mauled, or bitten by an animal. But 60% of the time you make it out just fine. Well, then what happens if you get shot and died? It's a rarity. That's never happened in any of your videos where you get shot and died. Who knows? Perhaps today might be the day. Pronghorn antelope. Son of a beeswax. I'm a merchant, not a hunter. But I'll do what I can. See? Nothing's happened to me. And Mr. Two Sheds is okay. Your luck is good. Oh, it's raining now. Please don't make it muddy. It's Independence Day now. Okay, now we could talk about things I've been wanting to talk about. And that's, what I've been up to as of late. Well, we know that the old Crusader King Street Panoni Navarre series has been concluded.
Ah, more wagon people. Are you here to slaughter more buffalo like the group that passed by 4 days ago?
Hey, to be honest with you, I only shot one. I haven't seen more lately, no.
Never seen such waste. They killed 10 times what they needed for food and left most of the carcasses to rot. Luckily, after the coyotes had finished with them, we gathered the bones to make tools.
Do what you gotta do.
If you must kill for food, good. But don't kill any more than that. The well-being of our people depends on the buffalo.
You know, I'm gonna need some boots. Here's 3 decks of playing cards. You and your playing cards, man. So that way I'm tired of using my shoes to walk over to mud. Let me get boots. Seems reasonable, but I'll take the cockwagon float because it's pretty tranquil. Meaning the river won't kick your ass. No more Platte River, thank goodness. Because it's been costly. We lost Knucklehead and Helen. All we got is Theodora, Selarakita, and Two Sheds. So, yes, our next upcoming video series for Crusader Kings 3 is going to be set in the Tarim Basin, which will feature, it'll feature this guy here, Selarakita. He's a Tokarian. He's from Lolan, also known as Kraorani, which is, again, it's in northwestern China. It's in the Tarim Basin region. So the upcoming video series is going to be mainly set in that region. It's right in the middle of the Silk Road, a topic that I've been very fascinated of as of late, and that is the reason why I am a merchant here on this trail, because I would like to imagine myself as a Silk Road merchant, except I'm swindling people by using deck of playing cards to convince them that this is a new currency instead of that paper money. Anyways, how are you?
Say, how's it going, friend? I'm doing just fine now that I got me 4 oxen instead of just 2.
Tell me more.
Well, I thought I was done for back there a ways before Fort Laramie, but I traded all my extra sets of clothing there for 2 more oxen.
So all this you're wearing is going to be the only piece of clothing you're wearing?
Are you headed for California? I hear there may be a shortcut that'll get there 2-3 weeks earlier than the regular way.
Yeah, we shall see. Well, it's raining, so...
What the heck are we doing wasting time gathering wild fruit?
Well, this is where it gets you. Plus, I like fruit. Fruit gives me hope.
Marty, you know I've been trapping and trading in these yar mountains for near 20 years.
Tell me more.
Underration. Last year, a young grizzly invited itself to breakfast. In the tussle, it bit me right on the shoulder. I reckon I'm not gonna take that from man or beast, so I bit it right back. That thar bar ain't bothered a soul since. If in some of your party take the scurvy, feed 'em a bit of raw wild onions. That'll cure 'em. Works near well as fruit in preventing it, too.
What am I missing? Hats. Deck of playing cards. 2 decks of playing cards. Don't drink alkali water or you're in trouble, mister. Let's keep going. We will stop and gather wild vegetables.
I sure would like some fresh vegetables.
And you're gonna get some. Plenty of it. Alright, we have traveled 1,000 miles, so we have reached the halfway point for this trail. God dang it. Okay, now I'm gonna be hunting with the pistol this time. Which, of course, you ain't gonna get this thing. Actually, you did! Very impressive. Headshot. Headshot. Oh, frick. Ha! I'm gonna need one more animal. Not of the size of a bird, nor the size of a rabbit, but I need something to complete this package. Oh shit, I didn't mean to move. God damn it. You are sure firing away all that lead. God dang it, this isn't the battlefield. Calm down, soldier. Except you ain't. You're a merchant. A merchant of death, more like. Even though that means you're selling firearms to, you know, other countries. That's what that term meant back then. Bear. You better kill him before he gets to you. God damn it, 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 god damn it. Oh, I got him! Barely! Shot him in the ass to finish him off. Alright, let's get out of here. I just shuddered because I thought something might happen to me or anyone else, but no, it didn't. Thank the gods. Alright, what else can we talk about? More wild fruit.
I sure could go for some fresh fruit right now.
My god, a lot of plants.
What are we doing wasting time picking wild vegetables?
Look where it gets to us. In fact, let me check the food. How much do we have? Oh my god! We got so much salted meat like it's nobody's business. We should stop hunting. Stop freaking hunting. You got so much salted meat that you could have enough meat to get all the way to California like this. Plus you're weighing down the wagon. Plus good fruits, good vegetables, and eggs in addition. So no more hunting for the time being, alright? Unless it's an emergency. Holy crud. Now, let's decide.
Which way is west?
Undecided.
I don't like the looks of the trail over there on the Deep Sands Road.
Sounds like it would take three crossings.
I don't know which way we should go. I figured you would.
That's undecided.
On the Deep Sands route, the sand is thick and heavy, and wagons can get bogged down in it. Why, I even hear it can turn to quicksand after heavy rains.
We shall see about that.
Don't matter to me which way we go, long as it's going west.
You people don't get it. I'll tell you what decides around here. Yes, the coin. As per another tradition of the Lord Master Oregon Trail videos, for decisions like these, that we will do the best 2 out of 3 of the coin flip with this here quarter. Heads, that's best 2 out of 3. Heads, deep sand route. Tails 3 crossings. It's 1 for deep crossings. 3 crossings. And second one is deep sand route. God dang it, why is this happening to me? Okay, here's the tiebreaker. Whoa, I had to jump over that coin. I had to jump over it. Ah, crud. It's deep sand route. And you know it rains a lot lately in this here trail, so you better hope to God that nothing happens.
Burn it, another cussed river to cross. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but plunge on in.
Tell me more.
Oh, there's some that say you ought to check out the depth of the river or worry about its condition. But I always say, just do it.
Advice.
Follow my lead. Don't listen to them other jackasses.
Well, I'm still gonna check river condition. And you know, next time when I do an Oregon Trail video, I should do this thing. Just, you play this game so much where you memorize most of the depth and length of all the rivers you cross. So don't check it ever, and then when just look at the picture of the river, and then you will memorize in your head when to ford, when to caulk, and if you're not sure, take a ferry or toll bridge. If you got the money, that is. Let's caulk the wagon. Slow going.
Quicksand shouldn't prove any serious threat if we continue at a slow, cautious pace.
Well, we're already going slow, so we'll continue as usual. Come on, move it. We're just crossing very, very slow. Taking it slow and steady. Keep moving. Keep moving. There, we're out of this damned, cursed sand. And you better start eating all that meat that I've been hunted for. Oh god, and it's raining too. We're gonna have to use ropes and chains to this one, because I am not confident about this. Okay, well, double team it then. Not confident about that either. At least that'll drop some weight to that wagon.
Well, I don't mind taking a short break from this work.
Oh.
You know, Mr. Lander's got some grand schemes. He wants to cut a new road between here and Fort Hall, shave quite a few miles off the trail. Plans to start working on it soon.
Nice.
At the Green River, you may see some Indians milling about, but don't worry about them. They's Shoshone, and they's right pleased to help immigrants cross the river, especially if you're willing to trade with them before or after.
Yeah, I went to the Lander cutoff on one of my older videos, and boy, it's a great place to get water poisoning, let me tell you. Now, what else am I going to talk about since we're at the halfway point of this trail still? And before we do that, no, I'm not flipping that coin this time. I know where I'm going. We ain't got time for this shit anymore. We've already gone long as it is. Oh, and it's raining. Oh, I know. Decks of playing cards. Decks of playing cards. 7 decks of playing cards. Here, take half of my playing cards and help us get through this river while it's raining. Thank you for showing away. How much supplies did we lose? Enough. We still got our weapons and our gunpowder. That's good. Medicine. Only the important ones. There, them. Yeah, you got some. What about the tools? Rope. You got any nails? Yes, sir. Barely. Need to put some nails in. Oh, and get some chain. Get in there. Salt Lake alternate route. We gotta get down there. It's already August. The goddamn mud and the rain back there really wasted us a lot of time. So we can't wait anymore.
Hello? Hello?
And plus, you got enough meat, alright? You'll be fine. You don't need a ford river. If we took a ferry, we would have got stuck. Dixie Hollow. Ah! Someone's gonna die. Someone is gonna die. Theodore broke her arm.
I know how to set broken bones. Let me help.
Then help me with this. Okay, then let's take ropes and chains. God damn it! Okay, then we'll lock the wheel to continue. Dixie Hollow kicked your ass. Can't wait to spend my money when we get to Salt Lake City. Big mountain pass. Big mountain descent. And down we go. And here's Little Mountain. Down we go. Quarantine station. Yipe.
Hold it, folks. This is the quarantine station. Every party's gotta be checked.
Really? Tell me more.
We gotta make sure nobody's bringing in any terrible sickness that'll spread to the settlement in the valley. We can't afford to let any smallpox, typhoid, or anthrax come through and threaten the city.
You have any advice?
If any people or animals in your party's got a serious contagious illness, you've either got to turn back or wait here under our doctor's care until the disease is past. That's just the way it is.
Okay. But broken arm, it's not a disease, it's an ailment. So whatever that Theodora's got. Then again, Aussie women are strong, so we'll pass through here. Donner Hill. And here we are, Great Salt Lake. My God, we've lost so much. We still got a lot of meat. But, man, we just lost so many things, including a pistol. That means we're going to go on a shopping spree here on the Great Salt Lake City. So, come on. Terrible hurricane kills hundreds in Louisiana. Hey, look, remember that name I said way back in Canesville, Council Bluffs, about the horse thief? He lives in there. This is the horse thief we're talking about here. And why is that? It's because his horses tended to be a lot cheaper here than further out west in other settlements and forts. That is horse. But I ain't gonna spend my money on it. No. Where's the good old general store and the medicines and all that? The mail theft. Here are your attorneys, Lomax, Peskin, and Biggles. Remember those names. They'll help you out one day. And the time is right. We gotta get everything back up to standard. We gotta get this ship afloat. Oh, and speaking of ship, I will finally have the time to talk about what I'm supposed to be talking about before this trail went to hell. But soon, as soon as I get out of this town, I'll give you all the details. I need that pan. And that pot and rope. Some water kegs. Vinegar, surprisingly. Anything else? Well, we still need the winter clothing. The blankets. We need more blankets. Wait a minute. reduce that number. Don't you know some of the party members are no longer with us? But I wouldn't mind doubling the blankets. Get some more matches. We need an ox yoke. Spare wagon parts. What did you think of that? Surprising we still got them all. Amazing. Guns! Get a pistol. Get some boxes of bullets and a couple of gunpowder. And some shot. And then you should be good. I hope. Doctor.
I understand you folks are in need of a doctor.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'll take a look at the patient and see if there's anything I can do to help.
You got any advice?
Eat well, drink lots of fluids, and get plenty of rest. Best advice anyone can give.
Yes, thank you. We should take Hastings cut off. And then a flashback occurs where the guy will say, whatever you do, don't take that road they called it Hastings Cutoff. Ain't nothing but death and misery for everyone who's traveled it. Well, yeah, Hastings has a vision of sorts. I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. I kind of stopped giving a care at this point.
You say this is called Skull Valley? Well, I don't like the sound of that.
What do you mean?
Maine. Would you fancy spending much time in the Skull Valley?
Sure do.
Yes, let's keep moving.
Hastings Pass.
I think we ought to keep going.
Let's keep going.
I say we continue on our way.
Puddle Valley Knolls. God damn it! God damn it! The hills are kicking my ass this game. All the things that I bought for nothing. And before we travel, I gotta say something real quick finally about... I'm gonna promote a few things. Okay, one. My oldest brother, Loki Jarson, and I recently recorded a podcast. It's called the Internet's Worst Gaming Podcast, where you can find it on the website called theinternetsworst.com, which is a blogspot thing. And you can also find the Internet's Worst Gaming Podcast wherever you can get your podcasts, on iTunes or Spotify or wherever. All that. In which me and my brother recently recorded an episode of it where I talk about the games such as the Caribbean Sail, which is another Oregon Trail spin-off game of sorts. I started playing it recently, but I need some more experience on it before I can officially do a video on that in the future. It's something that you Oregon Trail aficionados, just like me, would be something that I would get into. And also on that podcast, we talked about Alias, the video game. It is the game where it's a tie-in to the then popular action spy drama series Alias, which stars Jennifer Gardner in that series. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time, even though it's kind of replaced by The Sopranos as my all-time favorite. So yes. And also talked a little more about the experiences of the Marvel's Avengers game, especially with me playing as Black Widow and Kate Bishop, especially Kate Bishop, which seems to be my whole favorite character to play as far as abilities is concerned. Yes, so... and also follow Loki Jarson on Twitter. That is LOKIJARSON. Follow him on Twitter at Loki Jarson. That's my oldest brother. You're not gonna find me here because I don't have a Twitter. I keep it private to myself. There is no Lord Master Twitter. There is no Lord Master Facebook. But what does Lord Master have is that I do have a Reddit and a Discord. And of course my Steam and Xbox Live. It's where you can find me, Lord Master, on this sort of thing. Oh, and one more thing to promote before we can finally get on with this damn desert is my other older brother. Yes, I'm the youngest in the family, as I'm 29 years old. My older brother, FF Frostlight. You can find him on Twitch. He is a Twitch streamer, even though he's on hiatus, so you should find him at FF Frostlight. That's 3 F's, but the first 2 are just letters, and the third F is where it leads to the name, Frostlight, and that's with no space. And the L for light is in capital, as with the first 3 F's are also in capital. So yes, you'll find, go follow or subscribe to FF Frostlight on Twitch if you want to see him do things, if he ever gets back on it. So, shout out to you, brother Frostlight, if you are watching this video right now. Hope you're enjoying it, despite the fact that I'm having a hard time on here. So there you have it. Those are my 2 brothers that I'm willing to promote, and a couple of other things as well. So, thank you.
I was afraid we'd come to something like this.
What do you mean?
I mean a desert such as we've never seen before and aren't likely to see again, one way or another. They say it's 70 miles across, more than a day's journey. We'd best not attempt it in the heat of the day.
Land sakes! Will you look at that? And we gotta go across that for 70 miles before we find any more water? I'm beginning to have serious reservations about the wisdom of this endeavor. I reckon it's too late to turn back now, but I suggest we wait till near nightfall before going further. The desert will be easier to endure when the sun ain't beating down on us. And when we go, maybe we ought to push ourselves as fast as we can.
Well, we should do it like the Silk Road travelers and travel by day, because if we were traveling on camel, it's dangerous to travel at night, because you wouldn't want to fall asleep if you were on a camel. In a sense of, if you fell asleep while you're on its saddle, then you'll be fall off and then you'll be lost. So traveling by day, plus the temperature ain't that bad. It's pretty cool, relatively cool for this time in August. Get moving. It's 80. Okay, it's a bit warm. Yeah. In the 80s now. Keep us from moving. Morale is slipping. We made it to Donner Spring.
Well, now I've surely seen the elephant.
Did you now?
I mean, the desert was just about all that a human being can stand. I'm at the limits of my endurance.
You got any advice?
Well, we certainly can't turn around and go back now. That'd be the death of me. After we rest up here a bit, I reckon we just gotta keep pushing on.
Water! Thank heavens! We made it across that blasted desert to water. Water here don't look so good. Kinda scummy. Smells bad too. But it's wet, and that's what counts. I don't know how much further we could have gone without it.
Yes.
Watch them livestock to make sure they don't drink too much. They're crazy with thirst, but you can only let them drink a little bit at first. Prepare to take a strong hold of them.
I sure hope we don't face anything like that desert again. That was by far the worst time of my life.
Yeah, I'm sure that guy back in Florence who says don't take that road they call it Hastings Cutoff. And look, we made it. So we proved you wrong. And let the animals drink up, so we just make them drink and they'll be going. It's just drinking water noise. Tuono Range. Okay. Pass through Pilot Peak and Silver Zone Pass and fallen God-blasted rocks.
It'll probably take us a day or 2 to clear those rocks out of our way, but I don't think we have much choice. Let's get to work on it.
Okay, we can't continue over that obstruction. Let's try another map. There ain't none. Okay, let's try to clear it with what little our tools remain. Ed! Don't get... Seems they're playing tricks on us.
Isabella. I'm traveling with the Raleighs and their people. My job is to keep after the cows and watch the children. My husband Fred is the ox driver. Best there is.
Sure do.
I was born in Delaware. My father used to tell me stories of Africa and promise one day we'd find ourselves going home. But I don't know if I'm getting closer or farther away with all this walking. Keep a good eye on those animals of yours and don't let them get too overtired. A dead animal's no good to nobody except maybe the butcher. And out here in this awful place, I'd rather be moving than eating.
Snow-water lake.
Oh, look at all the water in this lake. And Daddy says it's good water. Not that bad water like we've had for so many days now. Daddy says this is called Snow-Water Lake, 'cause it's filled with water from the snow mountain in the mountains. That's why the water is so good.
You got your ice?
Can we stop and rest here for a while? I know everybody says we gotta keep moving, but we're awful tired. Our poor oxen need a good rest too. And this fresh water makes it a good place to rest, don't it?
Okay, we'll only rest for a day to gather all this water. And look, instead we're gonna get rainwater from the sky. Plus, I need to start hunting again. All that meat we've been losing, we need to start getting some of that meat again. And this is a perfect place to hunt. There might be animals in this marshlands. This could be the last opportunity, though. Take what little you can. Oh, I also wanted to say something else. Such as the TV shows I mentioned earlier, there's some that I've been watching as of late. So, too many damn rabbits. Give me something else. One of the shows I've been watching is a Norwegian-American show, which I think it may have been the first one that was exclusive to Netflix at that time. It's called Lilyhammer, which it stars Steven Van Zandt. Yes, that's Steven Van Zandt, who was a guitarist for the Bruce Springsteen's E Street Banners. And he was also in The Sopranos as Silvio Dante, the consigliere to Tony Soprano. And so on this series, Lilyhammer, he's the mob boss, in which they tried to have him whacked, and he decides to, flee from New York and on a witness protection and live somewhere else and assume a new name. And so he decides to live in Lillehammer, Norway, because of the Winter Olympics that he remembers seeing. So he went to Norway and he just tries to adjust his new life on that country and all that. And of course get into his little piece of business, started up and running again with his newfound friends there. So it's almost like it's a bit of a spiritual successor to The Sopranos in a way, but it's more lighter and softer than The Sopranos. Now that I think about it, a little lighter and softer, not too much, because it still has dark comedy elements and all that. Oh, and another show that, well, it's not that old. I mean, it you know what? I guess it is as far as when it was dated, but it's something I've been watching lately, and I started doing that because I feel like, well, I've only seen the first 3 seasons of it, but I never seen the rest all the way up to present day. And that's SpongeBob SquarePants. I've been watching a lot of SpongeBob lately because I only remember the first 3 seasons fondly, and so I rewatched all of those again, and then anything beyond past that point is all new to me. So, yeah, been into that stuff lately. And I'll tell you what else I've been into, another TV series that I've been watching, which seems like you people might be thinking it's like, gee, Lord Master watches this show, and I'll be saying like, yeah, it's because I have a particular interest. It's something which has actually given me some inspiration and ideas for me to write down. And it's I mean, I'm sure some of you have heard of this female American poet by the name of Emily Dickinson. And if you haven't, you should check it out, because some of the stuff she wrote back then is quite interesting. I mean, I'm into poetry. I mean, that's something people may not know about me. I actually have some degree of interest of poetry, but most of it is of foreign origin, particularly Persian and Indian poetry. Not so much on the American one, and now I've taken a little bit of interest in Emily Dickinson's works, of what she wrote. That's all I'm going to shoot for today. 55 pounds a game, and I guess there ain't nothing out here, unfortunately. And so, I started watching this TV series that's on Apple TV, exclusively on Apple TV Plus, I should say. And it's a show called Dickinson, which it stars Haley Steinfeld as Emily Dickinson. And I actually enjoy it for what it is. A small part of that is due to me being a huge fan of Haley Steinfeld as of late. Oh, and by the way, since we're on September 11th, that's the day of my real-life birthday. So how about that? So I've been watching Dickinson daily as I'm on the first season. We'll get into second and third as June goes along. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing lately in my free time. Watching SpongeBob and Dickinson daily, and every Thursday I watch Lilyhammer. 2 episodes worth of it. I watch a bunch of SpongeBob, 1 episode of Dickinson per day. So there you have it. Alright, across this 1-foot river. Holy crud! God dang graphics. That happens sometimes. Vegetables. Thank the gods. So yep, that's basically what May and this part of June will be like for me. You've got a mob boss, a female poet, and SpongeBob and friends. That's what I've been into lately. Because you see, I'm a man of many interests. That's why I'm a cultured person. And I'm sure later this year there might be some other things I may get into that I would be willing to discuss openly with some of the people I know of personally, especially over on Discord. I mean, we hardly ever talk about Oregon Show to my friends because I doubt that they watch it, because knowing it's pretty lengthy, are those kind of videos I would admit. I would put some hay in it. And let's gather some more hay.
Ah, más emigrantes, ¿eh? Por donde vas te topas con ellos.
By the way, I have the Spanish skill. You see, if you want to be a merchant just like those from the Silk Road, you gotta know many languages. And now here, I made my character, Earl Drummond, that's my name, that he knows Spanish. So this is what he says exactly, because the last few playthroughs, you have no clue what that man just said unless you're fluent in Spanish if you're watching this. But anyways, for the Western viewers who are not Spanish speakers, this is what he said exactly.
Ah, más emigrantes, ¿eh? Por donde vas te topas con ellos.
So tell me more.
No hablo inglés, pero sí hablo idiomas indígenas, los cuales me ayudan a comerciar con ellos. No muchos americanos hablan estos idiomas.
See what I tell you? You gotta know many languages to trade. Just like them Silk Road merchants.
Le aconsejo que junte algo de forraje en esta pradera. Sus animales lo necesitarán en el desierto que viene más adelante. Adiós y buena suerte.
Fruit. Must have fruit. This is all the playing cards I have left, so... Adios, amigo. Adios, amigo. You know, I'm from South Texas, so as far as my knowledge of Spanish is concerned, is rather limited. I only know the basic ones and words of the Spanish language that is common knowledge here in the U.S.
Don't know which way we should go. I figured you would.
I think we should take the Truckee route.
What are you, nuts?
I do believe the northern route is the one more traveled. Must be a good reason for it.
Don't you know the Donner Party took the Truckee route? I'd rather take the Carson. Because Kit Carson knew his That's a good excuse. Because Kit Carson knew his shit. That's the guy who explored the area. And trial by day again. Keep moving. Don't drink that alkali, or you're going to be in trouble, mister. Oh, your broken arm's gotten worse.
A broken bone can be a serious matter. If you don't take proper care of it, it can worsen, maybe get infected.
Oh, I'm sorry, Theodore. I'm very, very sorry of you. Let's just stay here for a moment. Just for your sake. And we'll rest here again, just for your sake. Okay, you're feeling better now. Guess today's rest is good for your arm. I ain't got no boots. Got no boots, no strings on me. That's the way it is. We still got plenty of salt. No dried vegetables. Oh God, get me the vegetables. Because we don't want to have scurvy in these parts. That's on display, right, ma'am? I see.
Don't waste your time on these penny ante stations and trading posts. They got next to nothing. And what they do got, they try to cheat you over.
Well, I already went there, so do I feel cheated? Maybe. Maybe not. You decide. Eagle Ranch. I don't know if I ever talked to this person before. I don't think I've ever seen this one before.
Hola, my name is Lucia. I am Paiute, but I was raised by Spanish missionaries. They taught me Spanish. ¿Habla usted español?
Si, señorita. Tell me more.
I learned English from the American traders around here. See, I speak English well. I am a very fast learner. I want to be a teacher. I do chores here till the day when I go back to the Paiute and teach English and Spanish to them.
Alright, you got any advice?
This is very harsh country, but you already know that. The trading posts are good for helping travelers like you survive. Americans aren't as good at living here as the Paiute and the Mexicans.
Because y'all been here longer than us. Especially you people, who have been there for thousands of years. Before the Spanish and us. But I ain't shopping there. Genoa, not Italy. A town called Genoa. Say, this town looks familiar. That wanted poster's familiar, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Divine.
Say, you folks heading out on the trail. Be sure to check your supplies often.
Hey, you warned me about Hastings Cutoff. I took Hastings Cutoff. I went through 2 deserts and I survived. Look at me now.
If you're near to running out of essentials, you can usually buy more at forts or trading posts.
You have any advice?
If you got no money, you might be able to trade with other travelers for what you need. But don't wait until it's too late.
Well, it's already at the end of September and we're getting into October. So, it's all that damn mud back there is what slowed us down.
Hello.
This town is the exact same town as Florence. It's but with a different name. You went from Florence, Italy to Genoa, Italy.
Ooh. I've been told you're looking for a doctor.
Yes, we are.
I'll do the best I can. Mind you, I don't have access to all the modern equipment and medicines like the physicians back east.
Advice?
If you see any plants with reddish leaves, don't eat them or drink the water nearby. Those red leaves are a good sign of alkali.
I guess that was the real Dr. SSG's probe. That guy in the tux was probably an imposter named Duncan Gibbs. See, Dr. SSG probe. This is Dr. SSG probe. That man is an imposter. Even though he admitted his real name. Duncan Gibbs. You think I was born yesterday? Huh? Holy crud, it's cold up here. Ah! Carson, pass now. Oh, Theodora. Vinegar has worked wonders. Oh, not again. We got no time for this. Oh my God, Theodora. Jesus.
Good food and a few days rest will go a long ways towards helping the injured to heal.
So you got a bad cold and then you got cuts and abrasions at the same time. So, I mean, the coughing, headaches, runny nose, sneeze, sore throat is from the cold. Bleeding, discoloration, and pain is from the cuts and abrasions. So we gotta clean and dress the wound. We gotta get to the nearest town. Otherwise, this is gonna be her end here. I'm willing to rest 4 days here, then we'll get moving again. Because I do not want to go through with this again. Come on, move up. Where's the next town? Placerville. Oh, don't worry. We're gonna find some shelter here. Yoink. Right, here we are. Placerville. I was just plotting, clapping along with the tune of "Oh Susanna." Solomon Wolf wanted for kidnapping. Nice. Hope they shot him, as the picture suggests. There's the surgeon.
I've been told you're looking for a doctor.
Yeah. My Aussie friend got her arm broke. No, she had her broke some time ago and then she got better. What she has now, despite the fact she's feeling good, but I believe she's in denial. She's bleeding, coughing, discoloration, headaches, pain, running nose, sneezing, and sore throat. You're in denial, girl. You're not feeling good at all, no matter what they tell you. Horses are cheaper out here than in Salt Lake City. So who's a horse thief now, huh? Well, actually, there are 2 brands of oxen horses. Because the prices are different, you see? I don't know why is that, but it is. And look. There's 2 different kinds of ox yokes and they get the same price. What the is this? I'm not gonna bother, because none of our ox yokes are gonna get broke by the time we set off for Sacramento.
Hey, watch where you're going. What do you think? You own the place?
Yeah, I do. What are you gonna do about it?
You're one of them immigrants going out west on the trail, ain't you?
Who's asking?
You just watch your step around here. I ain't the only one who don't take kindly to careless strangers.
Yeah, it's not like you're nice to Jack Finley or anything. Of course, there'll be no doubt once this video is over, the first thing I'm gonna do is watch some SpongeBob SquarePants. And since this video was recorded on a Thursday, after that I'll be watching 2 episodes of Lilyhammer, and then after that I'll be watching an episode of Dickinson. So, this is the life. A day in life of Lord Master, as of June of 2022. Barely have any gunpowder left. Nearly shot all the bullets. Oh, you're gonna need some nails for this. At least we barely have the pickaxes to break apart these fallen rocks that we've been dealing with. So I could say good luck to you people, and I hope I don't miss you. Which I will. I'm giving you 3 days rest for the sake of Theodora. She's feeling all okay now. Good. She can take a beating, you know. And she's 18, you know. Is Theodora. Son of a beeswax. What happened out here?
Let's move on.
No.
Which way is
I
west?
want to know what happened. Could
I think
somebody
it's
tell
time
me
we be
what
moving
happened to
on
the
now.
fort?
Maybe we better...
There's got to be a conversation for this. I ain't going anywhere until I get answers. Do you know?
Let's keep going.
Time is a-wasting.
I ain't going anywhere till I find a guy that I can talk to give me the answer. Why is this fort abandoned?
I suggest you look in the guidebook to determine the correct road.
The first thing I was expecting for him to say is, find Siri around these parts based on this abandoned area. As it rains, making this place look a little more depressing. Hey.
Well, this is what used to be Sutter's Fort, but it's abandoned now.
Well, do tell me more.
I hear old John Sutter's business ventures started to go sour after the discovery of gold. People started overrunning his lands, paying no heed to his rights and claims. Ruined him. Kind of like with the Indians, wouldn't you say?
Well, do you have any advice on that?
I understand Sacramento City proper's just a mile or so from here. One of these roads will take us there, I reckon.
So you have no idea what path is to Sacramento. Somebody should have put down a road sign. But I need a pair of boots. I ain't got no, you know, decks of playing cards anymore. My tools of trade. It would be funny if some dummy would be like, hey, I think Sacramento's this way. Only for it to realize by saying, oh, wait a minute, this, no, you ask around and say, hey, Mr. Johnson, is this Sacramento? And he's like, nope, this isn't Sacramento. This is my ranch. Sacramento is back this way. It's like, oh, you mean back this way? Is this Sacramento? Oh my god, this layout of the town is the same as Florence and Genoa. And Marysville is not Italy. What the hell is going on here? Man, this game can drive you nuts sometimes. Oh my god, is that you again?
Howdy, I'm Duncan Gepps, one of the few physicians you're liable to find
Imposter.
fixed here in the Great Salt Lake. Howdy, whatever you do, don't take that road they call a Hastings Cutoff.
I already did, and I survived. Nee. So, we'll have to... So we ask people, it's like, okay, which way is Sacramento? Look, I'm not going to do this to prolong it because I don't want to endanger the lives of these good people here. So, stop screwing around and go down. I don't think we checked the abandoned buildings past, did we? We found a fiddle, a coffee pot, and a pound of nails. So yeah, we get those nails. It's like, hey, look at these nails that look loose off of that, you know, of that wooden board. Alright, that's taken off of it. Yeah, it's like, hey, there's a coffee pot that still works. And a fiddle, which plays well. Alright. There you have it. So how do you like me now, Mr. Sutter, wherever he may be? Yeah. Alright, let's get it over with. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you have reached Sacramento. Would you like to stake a land claim or prospect for gold? Well, I've been spending plenty of money, so I guess I could go for some gold. I mean, you have to be crazy to stake a land claim in California. I mean, what the... You know? So, look at all these people. Like, what are you looking at us? And then they'll soon get back to work. And then here's this man. Not the doctor's office. This is the S office. I hereby certify that the specimen of ore is said by the undersigned for the bearer of the certificate following result. Gold per ton of 2,000 pounds, 46 ounces. Coin value of 920. That's pretty good. Pretty good, actually. So you got 4 people in good health. Still got plenty of money. Got a wagon, you got your 12 animals. You got plenty of other supplies, especially all that meat. I traveled in 1856. 56. And duration penalty knocked it down a little because you went on too long. I blame the mud and the rains. And as a merchant, I get a little nice tiny bonus. So let's see what lies ahead for Mr. Earl T. Drummond. T for Thomas. Earl Drummond built a home, not prospect of gold. He decided to build a home after all, after he felt disappointed with the gold thing. So he built 413 acres of land in the land of Sacramento Valley of California. After several years of mining, which he did mine out, Earl Drummond decided to move to the burgeoning city of San Francisco, establishing a business proved successful and satisfying. During the late 1800s, Earl Drummond wrote a best-selling book about the experiences on the Oregon and California trails, and widely recognized as a prominent pioneer. He became a popular guest speaker at civic ceremonies and luncheons. And the lesson for that here is, don't travel when it's all muddy out. And don't go near no rivers, because the diseases and rattlesnakes and all that. And I would also encourage more people, especially women, to take up more poetry. Again, that whole Emily Dixon idea. So, anyways, I'm just gonna go shoot myself. No. Not yet. Anyway. Just wanted to get a few pounds of meat. And then shoot myself. No, I'm not going to commit suicide at the end. I'm not going to do that. Because that would take up too much of that video time as it already has. So we'll just end it like that. And here I am. Down at the bottom. Hey, it's nice being last place. Or no place at all. But, hey, it was a pretty good experience. It could have been worse. It could have been better. It was a kind of trail for me. But it's just that mud really killed my mood, alright? It was a muddy trail. A mucky trail. There you go. That's what it'll be called. The mucky trail. And all that and more. And so... So, we hope you people have enjoyed this edition of the Oregon Trail 2 here on the Lord Master channel. And of course, upcoming in the Lord Master channel, there will be a couple of more Red Dead Redemption 2 online videos that I would typically do whenever I have free time. And also there will be more upcoming GTA 5 Online Black Widow videos. And also, there's this upcoming Crusader Kings 3 series, a new video series, which will be set in the Tauran Basin, which will feature the Talkarian culture. And many, many, many more of other possibilities of other videos that'll come from other games that we do not typically see here on the Lord Master channel. Like I kind of have a little bit of the Caribbean sail in mind, which I need a little more experience before I do a playthrough of that. Which, of course, it would have to be separated by parts and all that. And, and of course, sometimes an occasional video from Marvel's Avengers. I mean, I've been taking a long absence from that after I did an ambition on that, but that's a whole nother discussion for another time. And may never know that I may get in to do a playthrough or two of some older versions of the Oregon Trail, just for the fun of it, since I'm that kind of person. I mean, this summer is going to be a pretty hot summer for me, and I don't mean hot as an attractiveness, I mean weather-wise. So, I would say that, got a pretty bright future here. for this channel, even though I'm kind of slowing down on that because I took an extended break from any posting videos. But this Oregon Trail 2 video here will be one of the first to get back from that break of a long absence of whatever. So, again, thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching this Oregon Trail 2 video, everybody. So we hope to see you, or hope you'll see me if you watch my videos for the next Oregon Trail video that'll be coming in the near future or so. But until then, so long for now.